What is up, everybody? Solomon here. I hope you guys are all having a fantastic Wednesday. First and foremost, I wanted to wish whoever is celebrating a holiday tomorrow, a very happy holiday. If you're celebrating Thanksgiving, a very happy Thanksgiving. I hope that you have a great time with your family. If you're celebrating alone, I hope that you get a little bit of time to mentally relax, whatever you want to do, get a good meal. And I hope that you're safe and you just have a great Thursday. Regardless, if you're not celebrating a holiday whatsoever, hope you have a good Thursday anyways. I will be eating a lot of turkey and ham and being fat and happy. No offense intended to anybody out there. Regardless, okay, getting into this. If you see any scam ads on this video, please do not participate in those. XRP did just flash crash from about 67, 68 cents down to like 57, 56 cents. Should you be concerned about something like this? Are we not going to go any higher than 64 cents now? If you're newer to this market, this is probably more concerning to you than those of us that have been here through 2017 and witnessed some of these increases, very fast and sharp increases in price. So hopping into this, again, I am not a technical analyst by any means as far as charting is concerned, but you can even just simply look at these type of things. If you're looking at like super small daily trends or even minute-based trends, you zoom in, you go to the 30-minute chart, the 1 hour chart, the 4 hour chart, etc., etc. You can see the flash crash happen here on the 30-minute. We were sitting at 62 cents. Actually, we were at probably like 2 hours ago, right around 69 cents, and we crashed down to 58 cents. Obviously, that's been eaten back up now. We are sitting right around 64 cents right now. Again, should you be concerned about something like this? First and foremost, I will say I don't generally buy into parabolic pumps. I don't think that this is a parabolic pump based on what we have seen in the past. This is just a natural progression of the way things have needed to go for XRP. The consolidation lasted quite some time. But if you were around during the bull run back in 2018, we can clearly see that there were multiple days here of red. And I'm sure if I zoomed in even closer to this, there were probably some flash crashes involved. I think we can all remember with Bitcoin in 2017. XRP was like December and then the very beginning of January. But Bitcoin was very much so December. The middle of December is really when the run occurred. There was flash crashes all the way up through that parabolic rise of Bitcoin. This move for XRP from December 12th until, we'll call it January 4th, was 23 days. And during this rise here, and if we even look even a little bit further, 24 days, we went up, it was like 11x or whatever it was during this last portion of it here. We had, multiple days in the red here. So I am not concerned whatsoever about what XRP is doing. I will say that, Bitcoin, there was a chance that Bitcoin could, and I'm sure this was probably Bitcoin, a chance that Bitcoin could retrace a bit and correct. Bitcoin right now is sitting at 18.9. I didn't look close in on Bitcoin to see if it flash crashed or not, but we know XRP did. All right, moving on. We have some news today as well, but I did want to say, and I'm going to be presenting this more on Patreon as well. Like I'm looking into some low caps. I have recommended coins that I'm looking into for other people that I've really got to dive into. I ended up down a rabbit hole today with a coin that's looks to have some promising utility based in Korea that's been around for a while. I know that low caps are extremely enticing sometimes, but they're extremely high risk as well, just like anything in this market. This is Verge. We know, for those of you that have been around, Verge went on quite the run a couple of times. And these things that have been around for a while, I try not to take them for granted because I'm starting to see that there's a little bit of a pattern in some of these things. And they're starting to try to reclaim prior territory here. And, these things may rise. I mean, just like we saw XRP just do. And I'm going to try to hopefully maybe catch some of these and present some of them. But there are some similarities that are going on and some of these assets that appeared, I don't want to say dead, but I mean, if I went on to Verge on CoinMarketCap and you just look at it and you don't really know, like, what you're really looking at from an investment standpoint, et cetera, this looks dead, right? This is not dead by any means. In my personal opinion, I could be completely wrong. This looks pretty close to XRP, I think we can all agree on, right? Yeah, Verge is integrated with quite a few different payment processors. This is not financial advice whatsoever. I'm not telling you to go out and buy Verge. I still have to do a little bit more digging to see if some of the patterns align, but you know, there's other assets out there like this, and I think if we keep seeing Bitcoin rise, we're going to see similar cycles for this next bull run with some of these assets that quote unquote appear dead, which to me are very, very much so not dead. Moving on, U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. I saw this from people on Twitter today, like everybody's saying that there's going to be regulatory clarity on the 3rd, December 3rd. I have zero factual evidence, and I've found nothing stating that there's going to be a light shining down from the heavens saying that regulations are coming on the 3rd. Could I be 100% wrong? Could we have clarity come on the 3rd? Of course, that could happen in the next 20 minutes. But, you know, I haven't seen anything. People are comparing this Sunshine Act thing to the Bearable Guy stuff. I think that's probably nonsense. I haven't seen anything in here referencing blockchain. I will say that I found a document about this Sunshine Act, and there's nothing in here about blockchain. Unless I missed it. You guys tell me if I missed it, but I think it's people just speculating that regulations are coming on the 3rd, and I don't know, I haven't seen anything telling me that. I will say that when I looked a little bit more in depth into this, it's the quote-unquote Sunshine Act. I don't know if this is going to pull up on this computer. Yeah, this was from Deloitte, and this, I don't know if this is 2017. Yeah, 2018 Tech Trends. And they mention Sunshine Act right along blockchain. So data of many types. This is to shift from blockchain to blockchains to network of networks is particularly compelling in life sciences and healthcare, where the distinct sectors work together in one broadly interdependent ecosystem. I will say that SEC meeting had stuff to tie in with the pandemic from what I was reading through it. So, you know, but I feel like presenting this one article and saying that this is factual or whatever, and that's actually what it is for regulation for blockchain is would be an understatement to say that that's reaching. So, okay. Moving on, I wanted to talk about this. This is Hedera Hashgraph. This is Jordan Fried, probably pronouncing his name wrong, business dev at Hashgraph. And he is moving on from Hashgraph, but it's basically one of those subsidiary companies of Hashgraph. It's kind of an offshoot. That is going to be a new independent company called HBAR Labs, which will be focused on increasing awareness, access, and adoption of HBAR across the Hedera network. Another member of the founding team of Hedera will also join this team. Now he goes in this spiel about not spiel, but you know he's been at Hashgraph for a while, so it's nice to see him venturing out and trying to further develop the HBAR ecosystem. So I'm curious to see where this goes. Obviously, HBAR Labs sounds familiar. I even commented down below, where'd you get the name? That sounds familiar for those of you that obviously follow Ripple Labs. So I'm curious to see what Jordan and the team develops with Hedera, the Hedera network and HBAR in particular, and you know, expanding upon that ecosystem, because I very much so believe that HBAR is undervalued. I'm not going to present what he says here at the end. It's a little bit hypey for me and maybe dangerous to say, but it's exactly what I believe as well as far as HBAR value should be. And you can check out his Twitter post if you want to see what he said there. This is the website. It's hbarlabs.com. This is Kabuto, the HBAR Explorer, HBAR News, HBAR Wallet, Wrapped HBAR. So check it out if you feel like checking it out if you're interested in Hashgraph. I saw this today as well. This is Australia and Singapore to trial paperless trade using blockchain technology. Now, this is this signed new agreement that was proposed back in March, I believe. And this is entitled the Australia-Singapore Digital Economy Agreement. Digitization across the board, we talk about it all the time on this channel. I'm not going to overly dive into this. Here's the actual announcement here. This is the actual Australian government and their announcement of this Digital Economy Agreement. I will say that this is the Global Trade Professionals Alliance, and this is not directly tying this in. That actually looks like... now that I'm seeing these symbols up here, does that look like that VeChain has these, what is it, I forget what the platforms are called through VeChain, but that looks like that symbol. I'll have to check into that. Okay, trade facilitation and the role of government in digitization. Again, this is the Global Trade Professionals Alliance. They do mention this new digital economy agreement. Ripple is also mentioned in this same document. It talks about private sector use cases, and it talks about Swift and Ripple. Ripple's created a blockchain-based payment platform for financial institutions to exchange currencies, cryptocurrencies, commodities, and other tokens at little to no cost without financial intermediaries. So, and then it talks about GPI. So, I like to see Ripple and XRP, or at least a reference to cryptocurrencies in the same vein as Ripple, mentioned in some of these business alliance groups. And seeing some of these larger initiatives like these digitization agreements in the same document is interesting to me. Ethereum 2.0 deposit contract fully loaded. So more than 500,000 Ethereum have been locked and loaded into Ethereum 2.0's deposit contract, kickstarting the network's major multi-year development phase. So I have not seen that Ethereum 2.0 is definitively launching on any date yet, but obviously they're making progress. I am not a proof of work supporter. Not really. I do hold some Ethereum just because I think Ethereum is a behemoth, and all the projects developed upon Ethereum, let alone all the the big institutions and governments that have been developing upon Ethereum as well. All right, last but not least, a couple of things here. I'm going to get into this this Spark drop here, as well as this. This is Soramitsu. This is their release of the Fearless wallet, the decentralized finance wallet for the Kasuma and Polkadot networks that anyone can use. If you are not aware, Soramitsu very much so behind the Sora project. The Sora token is that one that I presented upon in January and June that pumped like 130x that I was too busy trying to connect into XRP. Now, I did present a while ago on a Patreon. I'm paying attention to 2 coins, and I'm going to be presenting all of that news into Patreon as well as those come out. One is called VAL, V-A-L, and another one is called PolkaSwap. These are very much so Sora initiatives as well. So pay attention to Fearless Wallet, pay attention to Soramitsu. Soramitsu, I believe, has tie-ins with SBI Japan, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong there, and MUFG, I believe. MUFG and Soramitsu actually did deem that Project Sora. Maybe it was MUFG and no, it was MUFG and SBI Japan, Project Sora. So pay attention to that. So, okay. Bitrue employs provably fair Chainlink oracles for daily XRP raffles. Now, I do not utilize Bitrue Exchange, but many people in the XRP community do. So I wanted to just present this to you. Maybe you've seen this already, maybe you haven't. But that's adoption and integration of Chainlink, and these daily XRP raffles. I think Bitrue does like multiple raffles. I think I saw people today saying they won VeChain on Bitrue, which is fantastic. I like VeChain as well. Flare Networks. If you guys want to learn a little bit more about Flare, this came out on the 23rd. I think it was Martin that sent me this on Twitter. Yeah, Martin sent me this on Twitter. If you do not follow Martin Valk, please give him a follow. He sent me this. This is from the 23rd. This is just additional information about the Spark token distribution. Essentially, they're locking it up, and there's going to be like pseudo raffles where it's going to be dropped during whatever course of time, so that nothing is just fully dumped on the network from the initial release. So I will post this link, being that we all care about this, or at least most of us do, and are participating in the video. So you guys can read through this if you want to. Now, they did announce today Binance will support the Spark airdrop program for XRP holders, but Binance US has not announced anything yet. So, and we know that Binance US, from what I've seen historically, does not support airdrops either. So I'm curious to see if we have additional major exchanges, potentially, hopefully, maybe Coinbase, even though we know Coinbase crashes all the time. Coinbase is one of the biggest on and off ramps for new users into digital assets. So I would hope that they might potentially consider supporting this program. And I don't like calling it an airdrop. I like calling it an allocation. But we will see where this goes. And I have also heard some concerning things about, the ability to exchange the Spark token once it gets dropped to Binance, but it's still adoption. And I'm going to present you guys this news regardless. I was curious about Binance US. I asked the question on Twitter. It looks like Flare did answer, and Binance US has not announced anything as of yet. So, again, don't freak out about flash crashes or whatever. If you have been in this space for even earlier this year, man, you got in at a great time. Not financial advice, but just keep a level head. Don't FOMO sell, don't FOMO buy in this market. Look for opportunities, look for trends, look for you know, certain things that make sense. You know, if you see previous assets doing something, because a lot of this stuff is like not, some of it's new investors getting in. I feel like a lot of this is still like wash trading and bots and stuff like this, but obviously with the rise like XRP just had, there was confirmation and there was a little bit of FOMO involved as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If there is news tomorrow, I will probably not be presenting it because I will be relaxing with my family unless something absolutely major comes out. So anyways, have a good one. Good morning, afternoon, wherever you're at, and have a great holiday. All right, later.